Welcome to Inventive Instruction. Today's lesson will focus on the second essay analogy, the tree analogy, which will provide you with another visual for how to plan and prepare your essay. Starting with the visual, I'm going to show you step by step how we're going to include the parts of the essay in each part of this tree. Looking at the roots, this is where we're going to start with the observations and the analysis. It's important to remember through this metaphor that without the roots or the analysis, the rest of the tree cannot grow. From your analysis, then you grow the trunk of the tree, which is your thesis statement. The thesis statement is the middle part of the tree which is holding the rest together. Without the trunk or a good thesis, the rest of your branches cannot grow either. Let's start with the tip of the tree, where you're going to put your introduction. This is going to lay out your basic argument and how you're going to prove that argument. Moving on to the rest of the tree, make one long branch for each body paragraph you're going to be writing. In the case of our example, we're going to stick to the classic 3. These are going to be your sub-arguments, for which you will dedicate one body paragraph each. And growing from each of these branches, you have 3 more branches, or as many as you can make. These branches represent your examples and your analysis of those examples to prove this sub-argument. Again, in this example, we're using 3 observations for each sub-argument, but the best method is to only do as many as you need to prove your point. Now that we've covered how the visual is going to look when you're planning your essay, let's move on to a specific example for how to use it. Today, I'm going to discuss the Disney princesses, Snow White, Belle, and Aurora, and make a thesis statement regarding these 3 characters and how they are connected. If you are unfamiliar with the Disney princesses, please brush up on some of the facts before you move on to the rest of the video. My observations from these films is that the Disney princesses did not get their happy endings simply because they're princesses or because they're beautiful. Moving on from this observation and analysis, I'm going to start with the trunk of the tree, which is the thesis statement. My thesis statement is, the success of the Disney princesses in matters of love is owed to their goodness of heart. Now let's move on to how we can make 3 different branches from this thesis statement, ensuring the whole time that everything is interconnected. Let's start with branch number 1, focusing on Snow White. My 3 sub-observations for this argument that Snow White finds love because of her kindness are as follows. First, she is gentle with the queen when she's disguised. Second, she is caring with the woodland animals when she's lost. And third, she is motherly towards the dwarves who take her in. Let's move on to the second branch, the sub-argument that Belle also finds love because of her kindness. Observation number 1. Everything that she does in the film is in order to help her poor father. Observation number 2. She befriends the beast in the film even though he is her captor. And observation number 3. She tries to stop the violence of the townspeople when they all agree to go after the beast. Now let's move on to the third and final branch, arguing that Aurora received her happy ending because of her kindness. Observation number 1. Even though she's a princess, she grows up as a simple and humble member of the peasantry. Observation number 2. She is kind and caring towards the fairies who agree to raise her. And observation number 3. She is caring towards the animals who guide her through the forest. I hope that this tree example has helped you to realize how Having your branches each coming out of one another and all interconnected to the trunk, which is your thesis, ensures that all of your ideas have continuity and they aren't straying from your original major argument. Please don't forget to check out our Teachers Pay Teachers store or to leave comments below and suggestions for future videos you'd like us to cover. For now, read well and write strong, and I'll see you next time.